Hey guys, how are we all doing? Today we're going to be looking at Lorne Armstrong's police interrogation. So this is, a this is a continuation from the last video I made with his sting footage. So this is when he got back to the police station and was questioned by interrogators. Yeah, it should be interesting. The first bit, not so much. He has to kind of give his information and all that shit. But yeah, it's still good. It's still satisfying hearing him cry like a little girl. Let's go. I'm actually gonna jump to 50. I think it's 50 something seconds when they walk in. I mean, he's just sitting there crying right now. So, spoiler alert, he's crying. But yeah, I'll skip to when there's actual. I think they'll bear to walk into the room now. Yep.
I understand your name is Lorne Armstrong. Or did they get an ID off of you? Driver's license or something? Got my wallet. Probably that stuff there.
That's his hat, I think. I only noticed that fairly recently. I think that's his Boston hat that fell off while he was being arrested. I don't know why it's in plastic, but it's still pretty funny.
Maybe it wasn't that left one up.
I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Mr. Armstrong, is I'm going to go ahead and cut that off of you. As long as you be copacetic with us, we'll be good with you, okay?
Okay.
They can cut those zip ties off his hands because he's not much of a physical threat to adults anyway. Children, different story, but yeah, he's very much non-threatening in the physical sense.
Mr. Armstrong, we'll go ahead and
To an adult, of course.
turn the recorder on so that we'll have a record of this. Just let me get back in the room. All right, Mr. Armstrong, I've turned the recorder on so that we'll have a record of our conversation here. What is your full name?
Lorne Armstrong.
L-O-R-E-N?
L-O-R-N-E.
Do you have a middle name or middle initial?
L.
What's the L stand for?
N.
L-Y-N-N?
Yep.
How tall are you?
5'8".
That's a lie. He barely scrapes 5'7". I've got his mugshot pulled up right now on Google. He obviously has multiple mugshots from over the years, but there's one with the height measuring thing in the background. I'm not sure from when this was. Sometime during his prison sentence. I'm looking at it. He's definitely above 6. He's definitely above 5'5". He's above 5'6". I think he just scrapes 6'7". So yeah, he's not 5'8". I don't know where he got that from. He's not 5'8". He just hits 5'7" by the look of it.
Weight.
175.
I don't know for sure, but that sounds about right. 175, so 80 something kilos in kilos. Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
Brown hair. What color eyes?
Blue.
What's your home address, sir?
388 West Ridge Road, Cornville. And that's public, by the way. That wasn't his address at this time. He was in an apartment in Nashville, but his address now is public, obviously. It's on his RSO page.
What's your date of birth, sir? And the zip code there where you live?
He didn't even say happy birthday to him.
And your social security number.
Seriously though, what a way to be spending your 37th birthday. Being interrogated for trying to fuck a kid. And later he's gonna cry himself to sleep in a jail cell. Happy birthday, Lorne. This isn't going the way he thought. Oh, yeah, and by the way, I'm not sure if many people have talked about how quickly this whole thing happened, right? Like, he turned up at the Sting house, I think it was just a little bit past 8:30, 8:30 at night, 8:33 or 34, so, this is, just short of half an hour later, so 21 being, in 24-hour time, 21 being 9 o'clock, this has all happened within like half an hour. So the point I'm making is he must still be in shock, because this was definitely not part of the plan. This is not what he thought was going to happen. At this time he thought he was going to be on the road on the way to Nashville, back to his apartment with Kayla in the passenger seat. Probably about halfway there. It's an hour drive, so this is half an hour later, so halfway there. Like he described in the chat log, and sorry for the graphic detail, but they were going to get a mile away from her house and make out, bit of roadhead, all this sort of stuff. His words, not mine. Anyway. Yeah, this is not... Mr. Penis was not expecting this. Which is fucking beautiful. Perfect justice.
And where are you employed?
Not employed anymore. His next job will probably be, I don't know, maybe mopping the floor in the chow hall in prison or something like that. They'll give him something to do whilst he's behind bars.
type of work do you do there?
I operate a lull.
Mate, you drive a forklift. So just, you know, relax.
Operate a
Lull. L-U-L-L.
The interrogator's like, what the fuck is a lull?
L-E-U-L-L.
L-U-L-L.
I get this some type of machine. They brought your car out back for travel. I believe you were in a truck. What were you driving?
Dodge 1500.
What year is that?
99.
Dodge Ram.
Yeah.
And what color is it?
White with gray on the bottom.
It's basically Betty's truck because he used the money that he ripped off her to pay for it. So, and if you're not aware, I'm sure most of you are, but if you're not aware, he ripped off an elderly couple, which is part of the reason that he moved from Maine to Tennessee. He wanted I think $30,000 up front, and he was going to do all these major renovations. And he got the 30 grand, and he had his stupid brother working for him or something, and some other unreliable people. And they never really... they kind of started it, but never really finished it, and then he just fucked off to another state. Like any reasonable person would do, so. That's another fucking horrible, horrible thing. It's like $30,000, mate. Like, that's a lot of money, and he... Yeah. To this day, he doesn't take responsibility. He's blames the people that he hired and all this shit. Fucking hate this guy.
Mr. Armstrong, before we ask you any questions or try to talk to you here tonight, I need to advise you of a statement of your rights so that you understand those. Has anybody read you your rights yet so far? All right. Before we ask you any questions, you should know your rights. You may remain silent. Anything that you say may be used against you in a court or in any other proceedings. You have the right to consult an attorney before you make any statement or answer any question, and you may have an attorney with you during the questioning. You may request the court to appoint an attorney for you if you cannot afford to hire one. You may stop the questioning at any time by refusing to answer any further questions or by requesting a consultation with your attorney. In other words, if you...
Stop crying, you fucking bitch. Seriously. His crying intensifies when he's being read his rights, because it's another reminder of how serious trouble he's in. And he, like I said in the last video, he is only worried about himself. That is it. He doesn't give a fuck that he tried to fuck up a kid's life. He is only worried about the fact that he's in trouble right now. And that's infuriating, obviously. It's fucking awful. Like, the thing is, right, look, I generally don't like seeing people in distress. Like, I'm a human being. I generally don't like seeing people crying or in distress. But in this circumstance, he's the worst. He is one of the worst ever caught on the show, in my opinion. Like, his tears are all for himself. He was so happy committing the crime, but he doesn't want to do the time, apparently.
Agree to talk to us here, and I ask you something that you don't want to answer, you don't have to. But now is your opportunity to try to help yourself. You understand those rights that I've explained to you?
Yes.
Yes. Literally 30 minutes ago, he was like the happiest dude ever. Well, like, what's wrong? What's wrong now, Lorne? What, you have a grown man who's, you know, confronting you with what you did? He was fucking so happy. Now he regrets it. Now it's all, oh, I don't mean to, I didn't want to, this, that, oh, fuck you. So, I hate this fucking guy.
Mr. Armstrong, if you would, right here. Says that I've explained those rights to you and that you understand what your rights are. And that if you want to talk to us and try to get this mess straightened out as it can be tonight, the bottom part here says, having the above statement of my rights read and explained to me and fully understanding them, I hereby waive these rights at such and such time on the date. I do this freely and voluntarily without threat or promise. Would you like to talk to us and see what's going on here and try to get to the bottom of this?
Am I going to go to jail tonight?
Yes, sir, I won't lie to you. That's one thing I won't do.
Alright, so just going back on what I already just said. Yeah, he's worried about going to jail. He doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a flying fuck about the damage he was going to do to a child. It's like, oh, am I going to jail? Like, all these tears are all for himself, and I think I said in the last video, he wants it to look like, remorse, but no, it's all of the stuff that Chris Hansen said in the Sting House went over his head. He's only concern right now is him, not the fact that he was gonna fuck up a girl's life just because he was horny.
You will go to jail tonight.
And his crying intensifies when he's told that he's going to jail. Like, fuck off, Lorne. No one feels sorry for you.
I will give you that much courtesy that I don't lie to you, and I would expect the same courtesy in return, is that you be truthful and not lie to me.
How long am I going to be there?
Well, that'll be up to the judge to set your bond. Would you like to talk to us and try to get this thing?
I love how he's crying this hysterically, right? At the prospect of spending a night in jail. So, the future isn't very clear at this point, but he's just been told that he's going to spend at least this night in jail, and he's crying this hard. I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall when someone told him that with the charges that he's got, that he's facing years. Like, you're not going anywhere for a long time, mate. I'm sure he had a good cry about that.
Straightened out as much as possible.
I'd like to know why I was stupid to do that.
You tell us. You did it. You're the one who did it. You tell us. He's already trying to separate himself from his crime. I'd like to know why I was stupid. Well, you did it. You tell us, Lorne.
Well, like I say, if
I'd like to want to know why the cameras were there, and I've never had anything on my record besides OUI.
You've never had anything on your record besides a DUI or what you say, an OUI? Well, you get out of here, Lorne. We were only looking for people who have extensive criminal pasts. Like, that doesn't, like, yeah, okay, that has nothing to do with, that has nothing to do with this. Right, okay, yeah, no, right, now you did this. Separate crime.
as the gentleman explained to you out there at the house, Dateline runs a series called To Catch a Predator. That was Chris Hansen from NBC News, and this is a sting operation to catch people that chat on the internet with an underage female and solicit sex.
I never even meant to do it.
I've already, harped on this a million times, but yeah, that makes zero fucking sense. You don't go a month making a very deliberate choice and then driving an hour and not meaning to do it. He's just in the stage. He's just denying shit because he's in trouble, and he's just going to deny the completely obvious.
Again, we're a little bit handicapped here unless you're willing to talk to us. We'll sit here and talk with you as long as you want to. Once you understand your rights and.
Okay.
If you understand those and you want to talk to us, if you would just sign right there. And like I say, if I ask you something that you don't want to answer, you don't have to. And the other thing was, understanding, you said when you first arrived at the house that you have some condoms in your truck.
Yeah.
Would you be willing to give us consent to go to your truck and look in that and recover the condoms? Do you have any other contraband in there, a weapon, anything else?
No.
Does that sound reasonable that you would give us a consent to get those?
How much is it gonna hurt me when I do that?
Again, only worried about himself. How much is it gonna hurt me when I do that? Bro, you admitted to fucking having condoms when you were in the house, in the sting house with Casey. Did you bring condoms? Yes, I did. Like, they already know. You're fighting an unwinnable fight. Like, you're fucked. You're done. You're not. Anyway.
Yeah, you can have one.
Okay.
Can I get a drink of water? I can't believe it.
If you just heard that part, he said, I can't believe I even... And then he stopped himself. It's like, what do you mean? You were all about, half an hour ago, you were all about it. And Chris Hansen walks out, and now he doesn't know how, he doesn't know why, he doesn't know what brought him, and he doesn't brought him there, and he doesn't know, like... So fucking childish. Be a man and own your shit. I'm not saying that other predators are better than him, but at least some of them say, I fucked up, you caught me, I deserve whatever's coming my way. This guy fucking can't do that. Even though his chat log is amongst one of the most horrific in all of TCAP. He tries to defend the indefensible, which, like, how? How do you do that? Any other person most of the other predators lay low and, you know, understand that sex offenders are viewed very badly in society. This guy doesn't, he doesn't fucking get it. He made a YouTube channel with his excuses. Like, oh, your siblings didn't give you mac and cheese, deviled eggs and meatballs. I totally get why you tried to rape a kid now.
Says I hereby consent to complete search of the premises, property, or vehicle located at the Bowling Green Police Department, and more particularly described as follows. It's a 1999 Dodge Ram 1500. White with gray bottom.
Bring you some water up here, Mark.
Says I grant this consent to the Kentucky Bureau of Investigation. And my name is Ken Gillingham. I'm an agent with the Kentucky Bureau of Investigation. And to the Warren County Sheriff's Office.
I'm Detective Young with the Warren County Sheriff's Department.
These Kentucky police interrogators seem more than reasonable with him. Honestly, like, it could have been a lot more confrontational. I think they, they're doing a good job. Lorne is just a bitch though, and he won't own up to anything, and he's like this. And he's like this to this very day. You know, some of the other, interrogators have been much more, harsh. You know, Lorne's lucky. Like, these guys are pretty reasonable. Lorne's a fucking asshole.
Says I grant this consent to the Kentucky Bureau of Investigation, the Warren County Sheriff's Office.
He's only asking questions about shit that he wrote. His own words.
Known to me to be an agent of the Office of the Attorney General, which the Kentucky Bureau of Investigation is an Office of the Attorney General, and to such other officers deemed necessary to assist. I know that I have a right to refuse to consent, and I voluntarily give up that right. I know that the agent does not have a search warrant. I have not been threatened or coerced in any way, nor have I been promised any favor or benefit. I've read this consent form or had it read to me, and I understand it. The date is October 18th, 2007, and the time is now 9:18 p.m. Sign right there, please, sir. And then print your name below that. Thanks, ladies. There's your water.
Thank you.
Mr. Armstrong, why are we here tonight?
Because I was on the internet with a girl.
Do you recall the girl's name?
On the internet with a girl. That's one way of putting it. There's a lot of others.
What she went by in the chat?
Kayla Moore.
He says her name with a bit of anger in his voice there. Kayla Moore. A fucking bitch didn't delete her archives.
And how old did she say that she was?
13.
When did you first start chatting with her?
So about a month ago.
Sometime back in September? If I told you it was around September 17th, according to the chat logs that I have here in front of me, would that sound about right?
Yeah.
And what did you chat with Kayla about? Did your all's chats become sexual in content?
Yes.
Were they very explicit in sexual nature? Did they get very explicit, Mr. Armstrong? In other words, were you very frank with what you would like to do to her? I see you nodding your head yes.
Yes.
Okay, sir. And in looking here,
He needs an audible yes, Lorne. He did that a lot in the confrontation with Chris. He wouldn't say anything, but he'd nod his head. It's like, yes.
you transmitted quite a few photographs. Do you recognize these photographs, Mr. Armstrong? Is that you in the photographs?
I never sent her photographs of me.
So these are not you.
I never sent.
Here we go. He does this technicality thing where, alright, yeah, he never sent her photographs of him, right, but he was on cam, which, if anything, is worse. Like, he made sure that she saw him naked, moving around in his apartment. Like, that's... I don't know why he wants to die on this hill. It's no different, really. Like, those are stills from him being on cam. Like, okay, yeah, you never technically sent her a photo, but... like, alright.
Sent her photographs of me.
Who are these photographs of?
Let's go back a bit, actually.
I never sent her photographs of me.
So these are not you.
I never sent her photographs of me.
Who are these photographs of? I believe when you were out at the house, you identified these as your photographs.
No,
Now
she's only seen me on cam.
Okay, so this is from your webcam that you transmitted,
Yes.
but these are you on your webcam. Is that correct? Mr. Armstrong, we need you to talk to us if we're going to get any of this settled.
I'd like an attorney.
You'd like an attorney? All right then.
I love that. Alrighty then, you've already admitted to a lot of shit. But yeah, you lawyer up, Lorne, and you fight. You fight this. I have no idea what the fuck your defense is. But you go ahead and fight your case, you fucking idiot.
The time is now 9:23 p.m. Mr. Armstrong has invoked his right and requested to consult with an attorney. The recorder will be going off.
Mr. Armstrong, you have to hang with us for a little while longer. We got some paperwork to fill out, okay?
Still fucking crying like a bitch. Alright, well that's pretty much it. For the next, couple of minutes he just sits there and cries. That's it, really. Yeah. Just as pathetic as he was in the Sting House. Yeah, anyway. Thanks for watching, guys. Very much appreciate it. We'll see you on the next one. Next one, I'll do maybe a call or something like that. That'd be pretty cool. Yeah. Take care, guys.